Hi guys, we're Tim and Sandy and we love seeing as many places as possible with our 2004 Mercedes Sprinter. And let's not forget our dog Pablo. This week we go on a bit of a different walk.
It's a little bit busier than our usual walks. There doesn't seem to be much water.
It's killing Sandy's knees.
There's a trickle.
We like to torture ourselves in summer.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
And we also catch up with some fellow van lifers. Welcome to our channel, The Sand Van.
Good morning everyone. So we are a little bit of a different area this week. We've had to come into Brisbane for a Christmas party. Yes, Christmas party. It's November. It all starts now, eh? Yeah, we are in the city, a little bit north of Brisbane, and there is a mountain here. So, being the outdoorsy people that we are out and we're up early the next morning and we are climbing this mountain.
We're not climbing, we're hiking up it, but yeah.
Yeah, we're not we're not climbers. But yes, so up the top there is I'm not gonna reveal that. I'll just show you when we get up there. But there's something different about this mountain.
So before we get started, we've got to protect ourselves from the sun. It's pretty brutal here. The ozone layer isn't quite as thick over Australia, so you can get burnt very, very quickly. They've got slip, slop, slap here. This little song will explain it to you right now.
Slip on a shirt, slap on sunscreen and slap on a hat. Slip, slap.
Right, so I've got my shirt on, I've got my hat. Now I'm going to put my SPF 50 on. Pretty essential to do. It's so easy to get burnt here. And that's why English people get called pommies, because they go the colour of a pomegranate.
Is that why?
Yes. Well, there's several reasons, but
Pomegranate's red, isn't it? Yeah.
Pomegranates are quite a red pinky colour
That's
inside.
not why they're called pommies.
It was a nickname for the English people were called pommies because you could easily identify them because they burnt really easily. So that's one of the reasons behind being called a pommy in Australia. I think there was a different one, but it was called Prisoner of Her Majesty. So it was that was also another way of being called a pommy. So you were like brought over because you were deported there. So two different ways.
Yeah, as a little girl in Australia, all the way from, I guess, when you come out of the womb, you were told to cover up. And yeah, as he said, the sun is brutal over here. It's not like getting eaten by mozzies as well. It's not like other parts of the world. You really need to cover up.
And you can always spot English tourists here in the summer, or even actually any time of the year. They're usually the ones that are in the sea in winter and going, it's lovely and warm here. And in the summer, they're usually the ones that are bright pink. So it's very easy to spot them at the popular beaches.
For those of you that don't know, Tim's actually English. We have a lot of comments saying that we're like referring to us both as Australian, but he's actually from England.
Yeah, and you go, oh, really good English accent. That's because I am English.
Yeah, surprise!
I can do it a good Aussie accent as well.
No, we can't.
You can.
So being in the city, this trek is a lot busier than the ones out at the scenic rim, and well, I think Tambury Mountain's out the scenic rim. No, it's not scenic rim. But anyway, it's being in the city.
Well, we almost just got taken out by 6 mountain bikers.
Yeah, it's a little bit busier than our usual walks. So, and you can hear cockatoos here, which we don't normally hear. They're really loud, and there's a lot of them. As I say that, it's dead silent.
Yeah.
As soon as I turn the camera on,
in the background, that's what it is.
yeah, loud cockatoos. Just saw a sign to some waterfalls. I didn't expect a waterfall to be in a city mountain, but there you go. Well, we'll see how good this is actually. Well, we're at the falls, and oh no, there's a viewing platform up there. There doesn't seem to be much water.
There's a trickle.
I don't think that's it.
We're going to have a look.
Well, there's a viewing platform up there, so we'll go over there and see if we can see something. Not the falls we imagined. I imagined this. But instead,
We got this.
we have this. So, there's a bit of Aboriginal art out there, but is it real?
No, it looks fake.
I don't think it is.
It's too uniform. I think
Yeah.
it's probably just an art.
There is a big snake kind of underneath that rock,
Yeah.
which looks pretty cool.
I
but
think it's just
don't
an
know.
art installation.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
Yes.
We just discovered this on the way up, and it's such an odd sight to see in the forest. But I think it's you said it was for firefighting. If there's any bushfires or something, easy access to water, which is a really good idea. Looks like we're almost there. I didn't actually read how tall this mountain is. Did you know how tall the mountain was?
I don't know.
What he was saying was, we don't know. He forgets we're not filming with the ZV-1 today. We've got no microphone, is what I'm trying to say. I had to be careful with the sound. Sound okay so far? Good.
There's a lot of stairs on this track. It's killing Sandy's knees because she hurt her knees when we went up that gorge that time because we had to do some pretty spectacular scaling of rocks there, and she still hasn't quite recovered, and stairs aren't her friend at the moment, so she's going up the sides of the stairs on the little tracks on the side, so you can choose if you want.
Yeah, as Tim said, my knees aren't the greatest and these stairs aren't doing me any favours at all. So I've read online that I'm supposed to rest it. Can everyone imagine me doing that? I might have to. Lucky it's summer and it's just too hot here to climb mountains, so we'll find other exciting things to do that will rest my knee at the same time. So more touring and stuff like that.
Water sports.
Yeah, water sports. Well, not skiing because, you know, I don't think that would work.
A couple of years ago, we were out on Lake Somerset Dam Lake, and we were tubing with friends, and I came off at quite a speed and cracked a couple of ribs. So water sports looks safe, but water's very hard when you hit it at speed.
Yeah,
I actually bounced 3 times before I went under.
Yeah, it's like concrete when you come off. That is a huge sign.
I suppose they don't want you to miss it.
There's no wondering where you are here, is there? That sign is actually for people in cars, not walkers. You can actually drive up here as well. We just wanted to walk it because that's the sort of people we are. We like to torture ourselves in summer. But yes, you can drive up here and there's heaps of parking. And I'll show you what's up the top. It's not like a usual mountain, as I said.
Well, it's just me that's going to head on down now. We've made the executive decision to save Sandy's knees from any more torture and punishment. I'm going to walk down the hill, and because we can drive all the way up to the top of the hill, which is really handy, I'm going to go get the van and pick her up, and then we're going to go off to the Botanical Gardens. So you just have to bear with me while I walk down the hill and talk about absolute rubbish.
So Tim has gone back down the mountain on his own because my knees are playing up, and I'm going to hang out on top of the mountain here. As you can see, it is a little bit different to other summits that we've climbed. There is a restaurant up here, toilets, souvenir shop, coffee shop, ice cream shop, and a fine dining restaurant. Surprise! I remember back when I was in my teens, we used to come up here and just hang out, you know, when you're underage. This is where we'd come for a nice view, to chat with friends, have a coffee. I think you can get beer down there as well when you're 18, obviously. And also the fine dining restaurant just down the bottom there is being refurbished, so it's not open at the moment. But that was a really, really nice place. What you can see out here is you can see Brisbane City, obviously, the Brisbane River, and the trees have actually gotten a bit high and you can't actually see, you used to be able to see down the Gold Coast from up here, but the trees have grown and they're not going to cut them, and that's fine. But at night time as well, it's beautiful to see all the lights from the city as well. So yeah, a different view, but beautiful also.
Hopefully this footage isn't too shaky for you. I'm having to use the ZV-1 on a handheld today because somebody forgot the GoPro, and it's not Sandy, it was me. So apologies if it's shaky. Although it's called Mount Coot-tha, it was sort of a little bit of a fib really. It's not really a mountain, it's only 287 metres above sea level, so it's more of a really big hill. But the views are stunning across the city. It's situated 6 kilometres or 4 miles outside of the central business district, and you can see some absolutely fantastic views of the city from here. So the track is a pretty easy track. It's tarmacked most of the way. It's quite steep in some places, but it's definitely not a stick track.
Tim's taking his time. I think it's an hour walk back down. I am grateful that he said that though, because my knee is sore. I hate it because I love doing outdoor stuff, and it's a bit sad that I can't join in, and I hate just waiting around, but the view's nice.
So situated throughout the actual trail, there's plenty of water fountains and water points for dogs and humans, so that's really good because it can get really hot out here. It's 30 degrees today, and it can be a bit of a struggle on the steep sections. So this track is very, very popular with everyone being near the city. There's lots of people running, out for a leisurely hike, out for a stroll, taking their dogs for a walk. The odd mountain biker comes flying past every now and again because it's a nice steep track with lots of bumps on it. And yeah, so you have to keep your wits about here. If you start hearing a whining noise from like tyres, you know there's mountain bikers coming down fast. So yeah, all in all, it's quite a lovely walk, especially this close to a city.
Tim has returned.
And rescued the fair maiden from the mountain.
Yeah, it is extremely hot today. But we've come to the Botanic Gardens as promised, and it is quite a big area up here in Brisbane. It's right just at the base of Mount Coot-tha. Well, the hill Coot-tha. It's not very big, but it's beautiful views as you saw. Anyway, moving on. So at Mount Coot-tha there's not only gardens, but there's a planetarium here, and we're just going to go and have a look at the visitor centre. And I think there's, I don't know if you can get a map. It is actually that big. Well, anyway, let's have a look. The visitor centre is very informative. There is interactive displays and also leaflets and stuff to tell you what's around the area. We have picked up a map, which I haven't got in my hand. You've got it.
I have the map.
He has. Can you open it up for me? Now we have to figure out where we're going. As you can see, show it to the camera please, not me.
It is quite extensive.
It is huge. Told you it was big. I'm not sure where we're going to go.
Well, we haven't got much time here, so we're going to have to run around and show you some of the best bits.
Yeah. that's clever. Little bat sculptures. We might go to the...
Big tree lawn.
Oh, I was going to say the palm tree lawn. Oh, the bonsai house. Let's go this way. It's got a bonsai house.
Big tree lawn.
I love a good old bonsai, eh? Is it a bonsai or bonsai?
Could be bonsai.
It's a bonsai, is it?
I don't know.
Oh. We just look really uncultured now.
Little trees.
Tiny trees that take ages to grow. Those ones. Wow. It's a lot of little trees. How cool.
Bonsai is the Japanese art of growing and training miniature trees in pots and attempts to produce small trees that mimic the shape of real-life trees. The loan word bonsai has become an umbrella term in English attached to many forms of potted plants and also on the occasion to the living and other non-living things. In the most restrictive sense, bonsai refers to miniaturized container-grown trees adhering to Japanese tradition and principles. The purpose of bonsai are primarily contemplation for the viewer and pleasant exercise of effort and ingenuity for the grower.
So we're assigned for a Japanese garden. I haven't been to Japan. Have you been to Japan?
No.
I would love to go.
Have a slight respite from the heat. There's a cloud. Just one cloud.
Yeah, it's a little bit hot today. But here is the Japanese garden, just to accompany the bonsai trees. There's a nicer waterfall than the actual waterfalls we saw before. It is relaxing coming to Botanic Gardens and just taking time out, and it's really good to have something like this in the city. There's actually an indoor, well, it's not actually indoor at all. There's a fern house, but I love a good old fern. There's so many different varieties actually.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that in here, isn't it? Except on a smaller scale.
You sound like a creaking door.
I have not been known for my impressions, and never will be by the sounds of that. We would love to fly a drone for you this episode. As we love to do that, we love to show you around the area from above. However, when we're up at Mount Coot-tha, we tried to fly the drone and we got attacked by a crow. Now not the same crow, but the same thing happened.
I don't know, they all look the same to me.
The same thing happened at the caravan and camping episode. We got attacked by a crow, and here's a still shot of the evil in its eyes. So we just brought it back in, and it's a bit of a shame because it would have been nice to see the gardens up from up there and also the mountain and the view of the city.
Unfortunately, where there's people, there's rubbish, and where there's rubbish, there's crows. But where there's crows, drones don't live very well.
Yeah,
They're very territorial.
We love our drone. We don't want to lose it. So sorry, guys. Yeah, we're heading out to the scenic rim again because we're not really city people. So we're going to head back out there, but we may stop somewhere for food on the way.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, cool. We'll pick you up then.
2 hours later.
We finally made it to Flower of Life, and it's a plant-based bakery, so everything in here is completely plant-based, even the meringues. I don't know how they do it. It's amazing. So we're gonna go get us some lunch, some pies and some donuts.
Definitely donuts.
What'd you get? Oh,
Donuts.
custard donuts and
Curry pies.
curry pies. Woohoo!
Yummy.
We are now off to Canungra. We're just getting out of this bad traffic that we've been in, and we should be there in about an hour and a half. About an hour. Thank goodness. Then we can sit and have a nice beverage after a long day today.
Pay.
I do believe I think it's $28 a night here. I'm not sure I like this place. I had another campsite in my head when Tim was telling me. This place is very packed at times, but the last time we were here it was a long weekend and there was just people everywhere. It doesn't seem to be as busy this time. Cross fingers we get a position next to the river. It's a little bit quieter down there and it's quite pretty actually. Last time we couldn't because it was too busy, so we will see. Are you excited, Vivan? So we've just parked up and caught up with some friends, and we're just going to chill out here for the evening, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin.
Good morning, everyone. So we stayed, as we mentioned last night, at Canungra, and it's the place we stayed on my birthday that we said was like Caravan City, and it still is. But we met up with some friends, and it was good. We had a really good place next to the creek. I'm just going to take you around this little place and show you a little bit of what it's actually like. Make sure I don't get run over. So this first little bit here is where we stayed. It's a nice shady area and it's unpowered and it's just right next to the creek, and it's probably one of the choice places to stay around in this campsite. It's actually a showground, so there's lots of horse paddocks and stuff around as well. The second little location to stay is this little area here. Now this little area is where we stayed for the birthday. It's kind of out of the way because we couldn't get down to the creek last time. It's not too bad actually, to be honest. So now I turn around and I'll go back up to where the powered sites are, and I'll show you that area up there. Now it's a little bit packed and there's a lot of people up here, but it's flat, it's quiet, and you're staying in a beautiful area around the scenic rim, and it's quite central here, and there's Canungra just down the road, and it's a beautiful little town, so can't complain too much. And we have the area in the actual oval. I believe that's water only, I'm not sure. It could be power, but you can park anywhere in there as well, and it is a dog friendly site, which is also handy, but we have to tie them up obviously because there's so many dogs. So that's the tour.
Feet step over splinters of moon.
So we are now off to what we call the Spit at the Gold Coast. There's a van life gathering down there. We're going there a little bit earlier as we have a live stream with Oreo's Speedwagon today. So obviously
We're special guests.
we are special guests, but obviously by the time you see this it would have already happened. But it'll still be on his channel. I think you'll be able to go see it, so we'll put his link at the bottom if you want to see our interview. I think it's an interview, or it's a chat. It's a chat, I think. So yeah, we'll see you over there.
we said we were going to go down to the Spit, but the Spit's a bit busy at the moment for filming and also for live streams. You need it to be a bit quieter as well. So we've found a nice little quiet spot here with $1 million views without having to pay for the real estate. So we're just waiting to go live with Oreo Speedwagon. We'll be in about 10 minutes time, so we're just enjoying a cup of tea while we wait. And maybe you'll catch it if you go on over to their channel. That's Oreo Speedwagon RT.
So I think that live stream went pretty well. It's our first one, so if you haven't seen it, go check Oreo Speedwagon. So we're going to head off now to the Spit, and I don't know why it's called the Spit, but it is. And we're heading over there to meet up with some other van lifers for an afternoon. So not too sure how successful this is going to be, because we've come down to the Spit and it is absolutely chock-a-block. It is such a nice day today. It's high 20s. Everyone wants to be near the water to check this out. But I mean, the view out here is spectacular. But yeah, we're stuck in a traffic jam. We might go and see if we can go for a walk and see where all the vans are, but we might just have something to eat first because we are starving.
We finally found a parking space, and then all the car park spaces cleared, and we ended up having a lot more vans turn up. So it's actually it's not a massive gathering, but it's a little gathering, and from small acorns grow great big oak trees. So yeah, it's absolutely stunning here. It's not too hot as well, because we've got a nice breeze coming in off the sea, and we're going to sit back and relax and enjoy company, and we'll get back to you soon.
Ooh, baby, I feel high with the violet sky on my skin. Let me breathe deep, let me get away.
Well, I think I've had enough for today. I'm very tired, and Pablo just got bitten by an ant. And he freaked out and we had to come back to the van, so we might sign off for today. Thank you so much for watching, and we shall see you next week.
Bye guys.
Bye.